Niamekia, a village bathed in the golden glow of the African sun. Lush greenery carpeted the land, broken by the vibrant colors of blooming flowers. At the heart of it all flowed the river Aso, its waters a source of life and legend. The river was their lifeline, providing sustenance and connecting them to the spirits that watched over them. The people of Niamekia lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the river. Fishermen cast their nets at dawn, their silhouettes painted against the rising sun. Women gathered at the water's edge, their laughter echoing as they washed clothes and shared stories. Children splashed and played, their joyous cries a testament to the river's lifeblood. The Aso River was more than just water. It held the stories of their ancestors, whispering tales of courage and wisdom. It was a place of reverence, where offerings were made and prayers were whispered to the spirits that resided within its depths. The elders spoke of Asaseya, the powerful river spirit, who ensured the river's bounty and protected those who respected its power. Generations had relied on the river's generosity, their lives intrinsically linked to its ebb and flow. The rhythm of the river was the rhythm of their lives. But lately, a disquieting silence had settled over the village, a silence that spoke of a growing unease. The fishermen, normally back by midday, their boats laden with the river's bounty, were missing. The usual sounds of their cheerful greetings, the clatter of fish being unloaded, were replaced by an unsettling quiet. Anxious whispers rippled through the village, each word heavier than the last. Among the villagers, a young boy named Kofi felt a growing knot of worry in his stomach. Kofi, known for his adventurous spirit and kind heart, was particularly close to the fishermen, often listening with wide-eyed wonder to their tales of the river. He would spend hours by the riverbank, mesmerized by its flow and the creatures that called it home. He felt a deep connection to the Aso, its spirit resonating with his own. The elders, their faces etched with concern, gathered in the center of the village. They spoke in hushed tones, their words heavy with worry. Days turned into nights, and the fishermen remained missing. Fear cast a long shadow over Niamekia. The villagers, their livelihoods and spirits intertwined with the river, felt a sense of dread creep into their hearts.
I will go and find out what happened to our fishermen.
Kofi, unable to bear the silence any longer, decided to act. He approached the village elders, his young face resolute, and declared his intentions. The elders, surprised by Kofi's boldness, initially hesitated. He was just a boy, too young to face the unknown dangers that might lurk beyond the familiar. But Kofi's unwavering determination, his eyes reflecting the courage that burned within him, convinced them. They knew that the river held a special place in Kofi's heart. He had spent countless hours exploring its banks, learning its secrets and whispering to its spirits. They saw in him a spark of the ancestors, a willingness to face the unknown for the good of their people.
Very well, Kofi. We place our hopes in you. May the spirits of the river guide and protect you.
The village gathered to see Kofi off, their faces a mixture of fear and hope. They equipped him with a sturdy staff, a woven basket filled with food, and a small gourd filled with fresh water. As Kofi prepared to leave, his grandmother, her eyes filled with a mixture of worry and pride, pressed a small, smooth stone into his hand.
This is a stone from the riverbed, blessed by Asasiya herself. Keep it close, and it will protect you on your journey.
With a heart full of determination and a spirit strengthened by the love of his village, Kofi set off. He walked towards the river, his silhouette framed against the setting sun, a beacon of hope against the growing darkness. The fate of the fishermen and the village itself rested on his young shoulders.
Nature's embrace.
Kofi journeyed along the riverbank, following the Aso's winding path deeper into the heart of the wilderness. The familiar sights and sounds of his village slowly faded behind him, replaced by the symphony of the wild. The air hummed with the buzz of insects, the rustle of leaves, and the calls of unseen birds.
The terrain grew increasingly difficult.
Towering trees cast long shadows, their branches forming a dense canopy overhead. Thorny bushes snagged at his clothes, and his bare feet navigated the uneven ground with practiced ease. He crossed babbling streams, their cool water offering a refreshing respite from the sun's heat. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Kofi knew he needed to find shelter for the night.
He stumbled upon a clearing dominated by a majestic baobab tree, its massive trunk reaching towards the heavens like an ancient guardian.
The baobab, with its gnarled bark and sprawling branches, seemed to emanate an aura of wisdom and serenity. Kofi felt a sense of peace settle over him. He carefully prepared a bed of leaves at the base of the tree, his grandmother's words echoing in his mind.
The baobab is a sacred tree, Kofi, she had told him many times. It is a place where spirits dwell, a place of power and protection. The spirit of the river.
As darkness enveloped the forest and the stars twinkled above like celestial fireflies, Kofi drifted off to sleep. He dreamt of his village, their worried faces etched in his mind. He dreamt of the fishermen, their laughter echoing across the water. And he dreamt of the river, its current pulling him deeper into its mysteries. Suddenly, he was awakened by a gentle voice, soft as the rustling leaves yet clear as the ringing of a bell.
Kofi, the voice whispered. Kofi, you seek answers from the river. You seek the fate of those who have vanished.
Kofi's eyes fluttered open and he found himself gazing upon a sight that sent shivers down his spine. Before him stood a luminous figure, its form shifting and shimmering like moonlight on water. It was Asaseya, the river spirit, her presence both awe-inspiring and terrifying.
Do not be afraid, young Kofi. You have a good heart, and you have shown great courage in coming here. The river has chosen you for a reason.
Great Asase. Yeah, Kofi stammered, his voice barely a whisper. Why have our fishermen vanished? What has become of them?
Asaseya gazed down at Kofi, her eyes reflecting the wisdom of countless seasons.
The river is angry, Kofi. Its balance has been disturbed, its spirit wounded.
Triumphant return.
To restore harmony and bring back the fishermen, Asaseya revealed, her voice echoing with the river's flow, you must face 3 trials. A test of strength, a test of wisdom, and a test of compassion.
Kofi's heart pounded. He was but a boy, yet the fate of his village rested on his small shoulders. With a deep breath, he vowed to succeed. I will not fail you, Asaseya, he declared, his young voice filled with the strength of his ancestors.
First, he had to overcome the river's fury. Asaseya unleashed a surge of water, testing Kofi's resilience as he fought against the current. He clung to a fallen log, his muscles screaming, his determination fueled by the memory of the fishermen's faces. Next, Amani, a majestic owl with eyes that held the secrets of the forest, challenged Kofi's wisdom. Amani presented Kofi with riddles that tested his knowledge of the interconnectedness of all things. Kofi dug deep into his memories of his grandmother's stories, remembering the delicate balance of nature, and answered correctly. Finally, Asaseya presented Kofi with a wounded fish, its scales dull, its movements sluggish. This, she explained, was the river's pain made manifest. Kofi's heart ached with compassion. He carefully lifted the fish and whispered soothing words as he carried it to a pool of clear, cool water. Gently, he tended to its wounds, his touch filled with care. As he placed the fish back in the river, he noticed its scales regaining their luster, its movements growing stronger.
Asaseya smiled, her approval radiating like the sun. You have proven yourself worthy, Kofi, she said, her voice filled with warmth. You have shown strength, wisdom, and compassion. You have honored the river and its creatures.
With a wave of her hand, Asaseya revealed the source of the river's pain. Hidden beneath a cascade of water lay a pile of discarded nets and fishing gear, polluting the river and harming its inhabitants.
The fishermen, blinded by greed, forgot to respect the river, she explained. They took without giving back, and the river, in its pain, took them in return.
Asaseya instructed Kofi to return to the village and share what he had learned.
Tell them, she said, that they must fish with respect, taking only what they need and leaving the river unharmed. Only then will the balance be restored.
Kofi returned to Nyamekye a hero, forever changed by his encounter with Asaseya. He shared the river's message, and the villagers listened with heavy hearts. They understood the error of their ways, the consequences of their disrespect. Led by Kofi, they worked together to clean the river, removing the discarded nets and vowing to honor Asaseya's wisdom. They held a ceremony of atonement, offering gifts of fruit, flowers, and heartfelt apologies to the river spirit. As they finished their prayers, a wave of shimmering light pulsed through the water, and to their immense relief, their fishermen emerged from the river, shaken but unharmed. Reunited with their families, The fishermen shared their own tales of being lost in a dense fog, guided back to their village by a mysterious light. They had learned their lesson, they said, and vowed to fish with respect and gratitude from that day forward. Kofi, hailed as a hero, became a symbol of courage, wisdom, and the importance of living in harmony with nature. He dedicated his life to protecting the river, teaching the village children the stories of Asase Ya and the delicate balance of life.